In today's video, I will be doing 2 Dollar Tree Farmhouse DIYs. This is for the month of April's Look for Less challenge, hosted by Yami, the Latina next door, and co-hosted by Courtney, creative on the cheap. This is an open invite that I love participating in, so now let's craft. My first DIY is going to be this Wayfair wooden door frame wall decor, which is $61.99, and this is mine, which cost me less than $6 to make. I will be working on the door first, and I will be using 2 signs from Dollar Tree. I will be using this long one that I got during Easter, and this spring one I got it back during spring, but this one is from last year. Dollar Tree does carry similar ones, so you can use any sign Dollar Tree carries. The first thing I will be doing is cutting the long sign in 3 parts, but I am going to first measure them to see how wide each piece is going to be, and then I am going to cut it using my box cutter. So I know it would have been easier if I used the paint sticks, and I do have a lot still, but I wanted to do this DIY using only Dollar Tree things. And this is the best I came up with because 1, I haven't been to Dollar Tree, and 2, I can never find them wooden rulers even if I go to Dollar Tree right now. So this is what I'm doing. I had to go over and over like a couple of times in order for me to cut this, but that is because I have an old box cutter. So if you have a new one or a good one, these signs shouldn't be hard to cut. Once I was done cutting all 3 pieces, I cut one of the pieces into 3. Next, I'm going to put all my pieces together because I want to see how big my door is going to be and also how wide, because out of the spring sign I want to cut 3 pieces off. And to do that, or to measure them little pieces I will be using this paint stick, and like I said, I'm going to cut 3 more pieces with my box cutter. The 3 pieces that I'm cutting are going to be for the inside of the door window, or the little window part that the door has. If you know what that is called, please let me know down in the comments down below. Once I had cut all the 3 pieces, this is how the sign looked. And now I'm going to place them where I want them to go. The pieces I cut off from the spring sign are a little bit too big, so I'm going to trim them a little bit, just 2 of them. This one that I'm showing right now, and this other one. Now I'm going to start gluing everything together, and I will be using some popsicle sticks from Dollar Tree to glue them to the back for extra support. By the way, I did sand all these pieces, but I just didn't add the footage because I can't find it. But I used the sand sheets Dollar Tree has. I started by gluing the bottom piece first to the little square I'm gonna be using. I'm also using this ruler thing I got from Dollar Tree to make sure they are straight. Next, I'm going to glue the sides, but I am adding the middle pieces, so like that when I glue them, I am making sure that the sides are straight, and I am gluing them wide enough to where the other pieces are going to fit in the middle. Once I am done gluing all the bottom parts together, I'm going to flip it around and add some popsicle sticks to make it more sturdy. Now I'm going to turn it to the other side so I can reach, because I can't. I'm going to add that top piece, and since it's going side by side with the side parts, I'm going to add some popsicle sticks to the back to glue them together. To glue the inside, I'm going to start with the longer piece first, the one that's going to go across, and then I'm going to add the other two pieces. I will be adding some popsicle sticks as well. I used a total of 8 popsicle sticks. 2 of them were cut in half. After finished gluing all the popsicle sticks, I flipped it around and start painting it, and I'm using my apple barrel acrylic paint in white. I gave this one coat. To make this more rustic and old, I'm adding some antique wax. I'm going to distress all around the door and inside the square and around all the squares inside the window. I will be transferring the words Home Sweet Home, and I got this from the app Collage. I will leave all the information down in the description box. So to transfer this, I'm going to scribble the back and then flip it around and start tracing it to the square inside the door. Using a small brush and black acrylic paint, I'm going to go over the words. Look how pretty it looks. I love it. And this is how the door looks. Now we're gonna work on the wreath, and for this wreath I will be using this Greenery from Dollar Tree and this succulent, I think that's what it's called. I did paint it, it wasn't this color. Also this willow wreath. My wreath does kind of look all messed up because I had it inside a box, but I'm just going to take the tag off and cut some of these little sticks that are hanging now and then fix the rest. For the succulent, I'm only clipping it to the wreath since it has a clip. And then for the greenery, I'm gonna take them apart, or the leaves apart, and place one on each side. And I'm gonna do that to the rest of the greenery. Whatever it has of double, I'm gonna place them one on each side. I didn't glue anything down. All I did was stick them inside the wreath. For the last stems, I took off, instead of cutting the stems off, I just took it off so I can have some wire, and like that when I stick it in through the wreath, I can have both of the wires meet and then just tie them together. And that is it. The last thing I did was cut a piece of jute string and tie it to the top. Here I'm going to show you the wafer versus mine. I'm showing you also the different size and cost. My second DIY is also inspired from Wayfair. This blessed shutter wood sign that is $81.99 versus mine that costs me under $5 to make. From Dollar Tree, I will be using 3 of their picture frames, the 4x6. And for the bless, you can use this Wall Decor Dollar Tree carries and some jumbo popsicle sticks. These are not from Dollar Tree, but they did cost me $1 at Lowe's. This home decor piece was very easy to do. So the first thing I did was remove the plastic from the picture frames. Then I removed the picture, the back piece, and the glass. I did leave the glass to only one of the picture frames. Next, I will be making the shutters for the 2 sides of this sign, and I will be using, like I said, the jumbo popsicle sticks I got from Lowe's. But here I'm showing you that you can use the Dollar Tree ones, the regular ones they have. They still fit, but you are gonna use more. Also, I'm showing you the other popsicle sticks Dollar Tree carries, which are the jumbo popsicle sticks they carry, which they also work for this. So you have 3 options you can use for this, but I like my option because these are bigger and they only cost $1 and 30 come in a pack. The first thing I did was cut one of the popsicle sticks in half, and then I'm going to flip the picture frame around to measure the right size of the shutter. Like that, I know they're gonna fit. As you can see here, you can't get two of the shutters out of one popsicle stick. You just have to make sure you mark them right. If not, you're gonna end up messing up like I did. I messed up like two of them, but that's okay, because I still, end of the day, I used less than the dollar to make the shutters, which I only needed 6 of the jumbo popsicle sticks, and with those 6 I made 12. So like that, each little window is gonna get 6 shutters. Before I glue the shutters, I'm going to add the bless to the middle picture frame. And like I said, you can use the wall stickers Dollar Tree carries. They do fit in the window. I mean, they do fit in the frame, but I decided to use a different one, which I ended up printing one out instead of wasting this one that I have. I'd rather save it for something else. Since I have a printer, to print this out, I used my phone and I used the app Pick Collage, and the font name is King Basil. I then cut it to the size of the frame, and then I put it back to the picture frame. And I did use the glass at first. You will see that I removed it later on in the video. Before I glue the shutters to the windows, I'm going to paint them brown using my apple barrel acrylic paint in burnt umber. And once they are dry, I'm going to go over them with my Waverly chalk paint in Steele. And then when that is dry, I'm going to go over them with my Waverly chalk paint in Elephant. I'm going to repeat the process until I get the color that I want. I'm going for a galvanized look. While these are drying, I'm going to glue the picture frames together, and I'm going to cut one of the jumbo popsicle sticks in half. I'm going to glue the 2 frames side by side, and I'm only using my hot glue. You can use a stronger glue like the E6000, but I am not doing that just in case I want to reuse these picture frames, since right now I am not going out or trying not to go out. In case I run out of things, I can reuse some stuff that I already made. The next thing I will be doing is adding the popsicle sticks to the back. The other thing I didn't do is change the color of the picture frames. You can if you want, I just chose not to. I actually like this color, so I just left them the way they were. Here is where I decided I didn't want the glasses on there, so I did remove them. Now I'm going to start gluing the shutters, and I did glue them like an inch apart. I glued them going towards each other. The next thing I did was added this little wreath, and that is it for this DIY. I absolutely love how it turned out, even though it is smaller than the one at Wayfair, but it's still a lot cheaper. I absolutely love to participate in these Look for Less challenge. Thank you so much, Yummy, and thank you so much guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and see you next time. Bye.